All right, last video of the week for Algebra 2. We're going to be talking about factoring using the box method. This shouldn't be too long. We've been over it before. I want to give you a quick review. I know some people struggle with it, some are having a tough time with the factor, or just remembering the steps to go about. So having this in front of you, hopefully this will help you. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope the packet work is, people are making their way through it and that you're finding it, you find these videos helpful to get that done. Let me know if you need anything else, if you need any other support with it. I'd love to talk to you about it. My office hours are Wednesday and Thursday from 11 to 12. I sent out emails. The links are in there. Click on the links, it'll bring you right to the right to a Google Hangout, or to a you can use your phone to call into if you don't feel like doing the Google Hangout. Other than that, either this Friday or next Friday, we have we're going to start having the social workers, behavior specialists meet a couple times a day with groups of kids. If you want to join, groups of students, if you want to join, feel free to join on in. I'm sure they'd love to have you in there, seeing some of your faces. It's been a while since we've been able to kind of be in contact face to face with a lot of you, so it'd be great to see some of you. Other than that, let's get started on factoring using the box method. So basically what we're looking for when we're doing this, we're looking to factor an equation. My equation is in this form over here. So we have 3x squared minus 1x minus 4. And we want to kind of make it into a form that looks like this. This piece times that piece. And there's an x in here, there's an x, plus or minus, plus or minus. It can make it a little bit easier to work with, especially if we're working with quadratics and we're trying to graph them. Graphing from factored form is a lot easier than graphing from standard form, which this is right here. So let's take a look at where we start with this. First thing we want to do is we want to take the number in front of the x squared, which is a 3 in this case, and the number that doesn't have an x attached to it, just the constant, which is a negative 4. We want to multiply those together, and so we get negative 12. So now I want to find a number that multiplies to negative 12 and that adds to negative 1. Okay? So multiplies to negative 12 but adds to negative 1. So I say, what are my factors of negative 12 now? So my factors, I'll just go like this, of negative 12. I have 1 and negative 12. I have 2 and negative 6, 3 and negative 4, 4 and negative 3, 6 and negative 2, and then 12 and negative 1. All right? So I have all these factors here. Now I want to take a look and I say, which one of these factors, when I add up, gives me negative 1? Let's see, that doesn't, no. Oh, look at that. So a 3 minus 4, or 3 plus negative 4, is going to give me negative 1. And then 3 multiplied to negative 12, or sorry, multiplied to negative 4, will give me a negative 12. Great. Set this over here, leave this for a second, and all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this first term, the 3x squared, and I'm going to put that in this box here. And then in this box over here, I'm going to put my negative 4. All right? And then I come back over here and I take these two numbers I found, the 3 and the negative 4, and I put them in these two boxes, 3 and then negative 4. It doesn't matter which box you put them in, but you do have to attach an x to them. X. So just attach that x to them, and that's our setup. Now, what we want to do is we want to find out what multiplies to give you what's inside the box. So we're kind of reversing those multiplication blocks we've done earlier. So we know that this has to be an x and an x here to give me an x squared. However, one of these has to be a 3. Doesn't matter which one's a 3, or it does matter which one's a 3, because I can see here that I'm going to need to multiply the 3 here to give me 3x. All right? So now I have the 3x here and I have an x here. And I say 3x times what? That's a question mark. This number right here is going to give me 3x. So 3x times what number is going to give me a 3x? And I say, oh, well, that's pretty straightforward. 3x times 1 is going to give me a 3x. And then I say, x times what number is going to give me a negative 4x? All right, so x times what number? X times a negative 4 is going to give me a negative 4x. Great. I got everything where I need it, but I want to double check, make sure that this all works out. And I say, okay, if I multiply these two, negative 4 and 1, we come over, gives me a negative 4. Perfect. It works out. The box worked. All right. Now what I like to do here is I like to put parentheses around the top and then around the sides. Then around the side. And I start with the top and I just write that down. What's up here? Down here. 3x and then a negative 4. And then another way of saying this is just 3x minus 4. So we have 3x minus 4 in one set of parentheses. And then in the other set of parentheses, we have the x and a 1. And because this is positive, I'm just going to put a plus here. X plus 1. And that's my factored. That's this up here factored out. 3x minus 4 times x plus 1. All right, and that would be my answer. And let me see. Anything else we should talk about? That's about it. If you have questions about it, please feel free to shoot me an email. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I also love to hear how things are going, how you guys have been doing outside of schoolwork, outside of what you've been doing with your remote learning. How's things going with the families? How's things going with your friends? Are you able to connect with your friends? Are you guys able to have Zoom chats with each other? Okay. I'd love to hear what's going on. So please reach out. Other than that, this is the last video of this week. So finish the rest of the work. Make sure you submit your work on Friday. And then have a great weekend. Thank you.